After the first grade, there's a second grade. After the second grade, there's a third grade, and etc. And you go through the college careers, and then maybe you even go into the master's or PhD like myself. And then you might realize, what now? What do you do after the PhD? Uncertainty. And people from all walks of life that I've talked to are afraid of the new changes that are occurring, either with technology innovations, AI, job uncertainty, the economics, the policy changes, the immigration challenges. All these things are on top of their minds, and they are afraid. They're afraid to try something different. They're afraid to jump into the world of unknown and feel like they're completely and utterly unprepared for what's to come. I moved from South Korea when I was 15 alone, by the way. I was the first person in my family to travel across the oceans for the first time, pursue and graduate with a PhD in any sort of studies, and then also become my own founder and entrepreneur. And that's something that I had to be the first one. And I am so thankful that I was able to complete those experiences and try something that I thought would really fulfill me. And because I have experienced so much uncertainties, whether it be financial, physical, emotional, legal, I've been able to come out the other end. At every point, I was able to come out the other end much stronger, much smarter, and with a lot more insights that I can give you than I was able to 5-10 years ago. So I wanted to just shout out to all of you who may be feeling the same way, stuck in the path, and who may be needing this message. Being able to reinvent myself in many different ways, which I'm going to share slowly over the course of the next few weeks, talking about why do we need to embrace just being who we are and not just get caught up in just the cycle of getting into a job or getting into a particular location or a type of lifestyle, but actually thinking back and say, what is the impact I'm trying to create? What is the life purpose I'm trying to achieve and pursue? The data says over the next 5 years, 50% and probably more than half of jobs that, as we know, are going to disappear. And that is just the trend that's being accelerated by AI and other technology innovations. We just got out of the pandemic, right? And even that was a wake-up call for a lot of us to be thinking about, wait a minute, remote work does work. It can work. And maybe this is something that we could embrace. Maybe that we realize that we shouldn't be spending majority of our lives just working in a cubicle with people that are not our family members. So first and foremost, I would like to say that don't get attached to a title, a specific title that is not likely to be surviving in the next 5, 10, maybe even 20 years. Instead, think about the things that you really like, a specific feature of a job that you are admiring, you are curious about. Maybe it's the fact that you like a particular ability to know when a project starts and when a project ends, and you like that complete cycle of that project being rounded out. Or maybe it's that you like the lots of sunlight being in the room and you want to work in an environment that fills you up with lots of bright sunlight, lots of bright people, lots of intellectual freedom. It's not necessarily only about the nature of the job itself, but more about what kind of people that you want to work with and what kind of problems that you'd be curious enough to solve and really excited about, that fills you up and gets you satisfied for the impact that you're making. But what helped me stay motivated, what really got me out of the funk, was that I didn't want to wait for anything else. I didn't want to have to wait for somebody else, like an editor, government agency, a job, employer, to give me a chance to do something for me so that I can move on with my life. The whole time I felt like my life was on hold, and that's not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So instead, I wanted to take control and ownership, the full ownership of my life, and jump into what I can do for right now, today, tomorrow, and this week. And that's when I started writing my goals down. And that was really the start of Goals Unhindered. I wrote down my goals, which I'm excited that I've been able to accomplish some of them. And there's still left to accomplish, but it still gives me a lot of hope and motivation to think about what else can I do with my time that is left on this earth. And the positivity with that, the motivation with that came the people that were put into my life to help me achieve those goals. So I'm very, very excited for the next stage of my career, my life, making sure that I'm not just solely focused on my career or what I do with my job per se, but the rest of the dimensions of the world, the life that I have, my health, my personal development goals, my finance goals, my relationships, my family, friends, my romantic relationship, as well as just fun and leisure, hobbies, the things that I didn't even think to have the time to think about because I didn't think that I had the time or I could, but actively learning to balance and prioritize those things that are important to me and not get caught up in just one particular thing of all those things. So I want to share this with you over the course of, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get this all out, but my goal with this channel is to share what I know up to this point in my life, and whether it be how to navigate academia, the research projects, how do I get the right mentor for the job, to career transitions, relationships, really the navigating the uncertainty in life, love, work, everything that I know up to this point. And hope this could be a great resource to you as somebody who has gone through this with a lived experience. And I hope that I can help in this small way. So that's it. That's all for today. Thank you. And I hope to have earned some of your likes and subscriptions so that we can continue our conversations and you can be alarmed for, you can be notified for any new videos that come in the way. Thank you so much.